20s is stressful, very stressful. We're constantly asked that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? So when you don't have an answer to that and you've grown up, it really sucks.
From going to undergrad, changing majors 3 or 4 times, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, figuring out what I wanted to do, but realizing that that meant having to do a 4-year doctorate program, which meant more school.
I dropped out of college because college is stupid, and I couldn't pass any of my tests, so I dropped out before I owed even more money.
I worked full-time while getting my undergrad and most of my grad degrees. It was definitely a big struggle. I regret not being in the moment more.
Trying to figure out where I want my career to go. That has been a big struggle because I've changed a lot of my directions pretty much with each job I've taken.
New job fashion show?
Yes.
Yes. Like in a really good way. Like it just, ooh. All the equipment.
Money, trying to navigate that kind of expenses of being an adult kind of a thing, and navigate how to make friends as an adult in a space where I don't, I'm not in close proximity with a lot of people my age because I'm not in school anymore.
Even though I have a doctorate now, rent is so expensive and student loans haven't even started yet, and that's just going to be a kicker.
But where struggle has been dealing with not necessarily my own health issues, but people around me. I've had one of my grandparents who's had Alzheimer's and he passed away. Then also my other grandparent, she got diagnosed with cancer. She beat it, but she's been going through some side effects, and she's just not great health-wise. And so it's not me, but I just have to be there for them, and it's definitely tough mentally, but rewarding to be there for people when they really need it.
When I was in my final internship of grad school and then getting COVID and then having my internship remove me from that internship because I had COVID, and just the fear that came with that of how am I going to get my hours, and just being isolated with COVID and having the stress of feeling like my whole graduation and whole future was on the line.
I was 20, I just turned 20. My parents got divorced, which was a whole big thing, and then my dad was like, I don't want to be a dad anymore, and left to Florida with this lady I'd never met. So he left. That was hard, but whatever. Brought me closer to my little sister and all my other family ladies. So I have 4 very strong mom figures in my life who are just awesome. So they help me with everything, and I have such good friends. I love my friends. I love all my people.
It would be very different if I didn't have Sammy and her side of her family as well. I have two very good, loving and supporting families that are always willing to step in and help, whether it's financial or emotional.
Friends are really good at letting me live in the moment a little bit. This is not an invitation. My parents have been a big help for me with my struggles. They let me move back home after I graduated with my bachelor's degree, which I really appreciate. I know some parents just think your kid turns 18, they don't need to do anything else with them. So luckily my parents didn't have that mentality, and they've really been a support system for me while I was struggling to figure out what I wanted to do. And now that I know, they're being very supportive, helping me get there. So that's been really nice. Over time, belts have been used primarily to show status, wealth, or power.
Adopting my dog Layla has been a really good memory in my 20s, and that was just not quite a year ago.
She was like, okay, I'm gonna find a dog. And then she finds this dog, and she's like, he's the perfect dog.
What you want?
He's just so
Potty?
good.
You just went
I
potty.
love him so much.
Right?
How long will he spend?
The best moment was when my family finally got to visit. I just recently graduated with my master's, and so having family here to celebrate was probably the best.
Playing D&D and kind of the moments in between where it's not all about school or about work or anything like that. Get him, he can't get his
Can't get his thing, you gotta go get him. Get him!
My aim is terrible.
Get off the platform and go get him! He can't fight you back! Some really good moments is all of my long trips I take with my wife.
Whenever we go on trips is just the two of us, because kind of get away from all those expectations and anxieties.
It's always my favorite moments. And our wedding.
Our wedding definitely was amazing, and
Just whenever I can spend time with my friends. Those are all my good moments. And I have quite a few of those, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's the smaller moments that are really good memories. The advice that I would give to a 19-year-old about to be in their 20s would be spend time with the people you love.
Boop to snoot.
Try different things. Keep trying things, and eventually you will find what you want.
I would say you don't have to know what you want to do with your life right now.
Maybe if you really, really want to go meet people, go to a community college to meet more people. Because I did meet my wife in college. That's the only thing I got from college, except for friends.
So you don't have to work until you die. You can wait.
so finding things that you enjoy and find value in and give you that self-esteem and confidence outside of your job or your school, and kind of that internal is really helpful, and I think that that's something everyone should focus on developing. I'm excited for it to be over. I'm excited to turn 30 and then be like, I'm fucking 30, y'all. I made it. Because it's been tough. It's definitely, and I don't think it's going to get easier on anyone coming into being their 20s anytime soon. It's just a really tough, position we've been put in, economically, socially. Everything is just a lot. So I think trying to, like I said, find who you are internally, and then also find a good community of people around you. That's the most we can do. That's what we can control, so.